What's up, guys? So today the build on the probe starts, and I mean the real build, not all the little stuff I've done to this point, but got the 626 loaded up with all my stuff, and yep, she's gonna get done, not today, but I'm gonna start pulling the tranny out of it today. I might pull the engine and tranny out of the probe just because I got to do the billet head anyway, and it might be easier to put it together and then drop the whole thing in. But I'm kind of debating on it. Really don't want to disconnect fuel lines and shit, so I'll probably just pull the trans. But yeah, I'll show you what I got loaded up here. So I got my Center Force 2 clutch and my resurfaced flywheel, my valve cover with the fittings on it, my built cylinder head with the new lifters. My RC 550cc injectors are in that bag. Got a couple of Velcro head gaskets. Got a new distributor for this head. Got my catch can. The built tranny is already over there at the house, so this should be fun. Alright, so built LSD trans is sitting here about ready to go in. I might have to swap some parts over from the probe. She's sitting in here. I'm getting ready to tear it apart. And got my build table up. Got my RC 550cc injectors, all my new gaskets, my Center Force 2 centrifugal assisted clutch and flywheel there. And here's that clutch. I got my catch can that I made, my built dual spring head, my valve cover ready for my PCV stuff, new lifters, a couple of Velcro head gaskets, third gear shift fork, throwout bearing and pilot bearing. Pilot bearing and throwout bearing will be for the built trans, and then the third gear shift fork will be for this trans that locked up because it was already bent. So I'm getting ready to get started on this puppy here in a minute. So stay tuned because it's going to be cool. Well, we're just about ready to pull this puppy out. Got to do bell housing bolts, linkage, and starter, and one engine mount, and she will be coming out. And then that puppy over there can go in. Stoked. Race car's about to get the full race build. So here we are, and the tranny is out of the probe. There's no abnormal wear on the throwout bearing that I can see. The clutch is cooked, obviously, but it's got pretty normal wear on the splines. So I'm pretty sure that it being locked in gear was an internal problem. And this tranny is nasty and dirty as shit. But I've got the nice LSD one that's going to go in. I just got to transfer over some shit from this one, and it'll be ready to go. I've got to put my new Center Force clutch on that's over there. But yeah, the probe is ripped out. The tranny is ripped out of it. It's ready to rock and get the built tranny in. So now it's just cleanup time after this pretty much, and then I'm done for tonight. So stay tuned. I'll come back and do a video of ripping apart this tranny to figure out what went wrong. And then another tranny, or a video of installing the new flywheel and clutch. And then putting in the built tranny. Putting the built head on that I have sitting over there that's got the dual springs. So there's a lot coming soon to this car. I've got my Mega Squirt done, and it's ready to be hooked in. I've got to weld up the intake pipe for an intake air temperature sensor, run a vacuum line for the Map Daddy 4-bar map sensor that's in the Mega Squirt or Micro Squirt ECU. And then I've got to put in my catch can and my valve cover with the ports for the catch can if it will fit. Might have to redo that one. I didn't think about hood clearance. And then, yeah, that's about it. So, stay tuned. It's going to be badass. Like, comment, subscribe. Look at this mess. It is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Alright. Alright, so I got the nasty locked up third gear transmission out. Got it next to this one. I'm swapping over the little window covers, and I've got the clutch fork all cleaned up and nice and right here, and I'm going to swap that in. And then I've got to get a input shaft seal for this new tranny anyway, so I'm going to wait to put that on. And then when that's ready, I'll put in the Centerforce 2 dual or single friction centrifugal weight assisted clutch, the new resurfaced flywheel, built head, and all that jazz. So stay tuned.